Hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here. So today let's talk about some cases that I have here in front of you for my iPhone 14 Pro. Now the company TAC was kind enough to send these out for review. If you don't know anything about TAC cases, throughout the video I will put some cards up above of some other reviews that I've done of their cases. They are very minimal, slim cases that you can slap on your 14 Pro, Pro Max, you name it. They make them for the iPhone 13s. So check out their website. You can actually go to buyatac.com/Roy Flores, and that'll take you to my page. Go on there, boom, you're good to go. Now looking at the packaging, I wanted to show the packaging real quick because one, it's a little bit different than the packages from the previous models, very much more sophisticated looking. I think it just looks really, really cool. But like I said, just wanted to show you those real quick. Unboxing is very simple, kind of this magnetic clasp here. But then when you open it like a book, then you have your contents inside, which I will take the case out. That is the box. I'm not gonna get lost in the weeds on it too much. And then here is the case. So I'm gonna actually move this one out of the way. Now, if you notice, I did have two boxes, which means I did have two cases, which boom, there's the other one. So these are the mesh cases from TAC. As you can tell, they are very, very thin. I mean, very, very minimal cases. They really have the person in mind that does not mind not having a case, but at least giving you a little bit extra texture to your device, almost like a skin on steroids, if you will. Now, what I really love about these cases is the actual camera hump here that only exposes what needs to be exposed. I've always been a fan of cases that do that. I think this looks really, really good. These are 29 bucks. So just throwing that out there. That does include shipping as well. So if you go to my link, you'll be able to get those. And it does say that they're designed in Arizona too. So they are here. So let's go ahead and grab my Space Black 14 Pro here and just put it on. So install is pretty simple. As you can see there, nothing crazy. And then that is installed. And what I like about the mesh case right here is one, as you can see the reflection of the light, you can see the Apple logo. And if I get a little closer, you can kind of see what I'm talking about here, hence mesh. So it's not just a plain Jane black case. It does give it a little bit of a different look. And hopefully the video is doing it justice because it does have this very cool just look to it. Has a nice texture to it. It's not like the grippiest case I've ever dealt with, but it's matte finish, so it's not super slippery. It's not gonna be a fingerprint magnet like a silicone case. And then smudges, I've really haven't dealt with any smudges. Now I've had both of these cases in my possession for a number of weeks and have been using them on and off and have not dealt with any of those issues. Looking at the camera bump, you can see this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of the secret sauce in my opinion for this case. I just love phone cases that do this right here. One, I think it looks really cool when they do that. But then two, you're just getting that bit of extra protection. And as you can see there, the lenses are definitely gonna be protected. So when I do place it back down on a surface, I'm not worrying about scratching up my lenses. Looking at the side here, you can see that we do have an exposed power button. Now there is no dedicated button that covers the button. This is the real button and you can feel it. Now, if you look here, you can see that it does stick out just a bit on the back, and that's just gonna help you find the actual power button. So I don't have any issues with that. And it's very easy to get to the button. Moving down to the bottom here, you can see that we do have our dedicated cutouts for the speakers and our lightning port there. And then moving to the side where the volume buttons are, you can see once again the exact same scenario like the power button side. And then we do have a nice cutout there for the alert slider. And the buttons once again are easily accessible. I'm not gonna have any issues dealing with those. And then getting to the actual alert slider is very easy as well. So there is no issues at all getting to that part with this case. And then looking at the top, once again, you can see that it is very plain Jane up there, right? There's no cutouts, there's nothing crazy. You can kind of see the look of how that bump sticks out. When I do the wobble test, it's probably gonna be a shaky mess, but to be expected with the 14 Pro. And then looking at the front, you can see how well it is. It's very, very slim, guys. When I say slim, I mean paper thin, it seems like. I mean, it does not even feel like I have a case on the phone, and it's very, very lightweight, obviously. So like I said, has that person in mind who likes minimal things, don't mind not having just a hardcore like multi-layer case that's going to protect it if you chunk it up like 50 feet in the air or something like that. This is going to help you survive some little bumps, but at the end of the day, it's not just going to be this just monster being able to drop it from like 10 feet or something like that. And then looking just a little bit closer, you can see that it is tempered glass friendly, and that's just the cutout where the speaker is. So next, let's go ahead and uninstall it. So I always have a fun time uninstalling cases in videos because I don't want to bump the table and shake the camera. But as you can see, I was hovering over the desk and it was very, very easy to uninstall. And just for fun, let's go ahead and do the clear version. So let's go ahead and pop that on there. And there we go. So as you can see, very simple install once again. That's the look with the space black if you wanted to have an idea. I really like this one too. One, it's very difficult to lose your phone because it just seems very bright. I don't know if the video is going to be doing it justice, but in hand, it does very much have a white and frosted clear look to it. And then I really like how the camera lenses pop with the white as well. And then just doing a quick little tour around it, you can see the buttons there. You can see how it looks here at the bottom. And you can kind of see how it looks on this side as well. And then that's the front view there. And then looking at the front, you can see that there are just these tiny lips, right? It's very, very flush with the screen, but there is just a tiny lip that will help when you do place it face down. So talking about that, let's scoot this over and let's do that real quick. So if I had it face down, there is no shaking going on at all. But when I do put it back down, that's where that changes, just like I predicted. It's gonna be a wobbly mess. At the end of the day, most people come to realize that with the big old camera housing there for the 14 Pro. All right, so next let's go ahead and do the MagSafe test. So let me slap it on there. And as you can hear and see, it is MagSafe charging compatible. I would have been absolutely shocked if it wasn't, being such a thin case. Now, the only downside is there is no built-in magnets. Now, it is thin enough where you can see that it does stick on pretty well, but I highly recommend buying one of their MagSafe rings that TAC sells for like $9, or you can find them on Amazon as well, just to give you that bit of extra connection there. Because if you are someone that uses, for example, like MagSafe accessories in your vehicle, it will stay, but if you hit a big bump, it's gonna fall right off. As you can see there, it did take a big shake to do that, but the point is that it will fall off at some point. So there we have it, guys. There is the mesh case from TAC. In my opinion, if you are someone, like I said, that does not mind having a super rugged case that's gonna just absolutely protect your phone like crazy, then this is the case for you if you want something a little bit different. As you can see there, you can see that it is very see-through, being meshy like it is. I really, really like that camera bump, like I've said over and over. I do like the ease of access to all my buttons and ports. I don't really have any complaints other than just the simple fact of just not having one magnets to be able to connect to MagSafe accessories better. And then two, just not having that great protection. Like I said, it will protect your device, but just be careful with it because it is very, very, very thin. I mean, just look at that. I mean, it's very, very thin. It's very well made, just super, super thin. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, guys, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.